Hey there, Internet. I'm Niall.
And I'm Jacob.
And last week at our store in Las Vegas called Little Shop of Magic, we hosted the Imdar Alpha tournament. It's the preview tournament for Wave 4 of the X-Wing Miniatures game. Final round of which, the top two players got to play a round with the new ships in their squadrons. So let's see what two players who are clearly much better at this game than either myself or Jacob managed to come up with and see how it turned out.
Let's do it.
So on the left here, we have Zach playing as the Rebel player. He's using Corran Horn with Advanced Sensors, R7T1, an Opportunist. Wes Jansen using an R2 Astromech and Wingman. And Aaron Kraken using Opportunist.
And our Imperial player, Ryan, he's using Whisper, has Advanced Sensors, Tactician, Predator, and Advanced Cloaking Device. His Defender is Rexler Brath. He has Outmaneuver and an Ion Cannon, and to finish it all off, he has an Academy Pilot and a TIE Fighter.
I mean...
He took some pretty elite stuff.
Yeah, he's got the Academy Pilot, so...
Yeah. So right now they're just putting out asteroids.
Yeah, they're setting up their game here. Like I said, this is the final round for the Imdar Alpha tournament that we hosted at our store, Little Shop of Magic. And these two players are clearly much better than myself or Jacob. I mean, definitely better than Jacob, because they both beat you in this tournament, didn't they?
Yeah, I showed up and played our buy-breaker spot. I had a lot of fun. I took the most random list ever.
Like, literally, our boss was planning to play that spot, clicked random on the online X-Wing squadron builder, and that's the listing he ended up with. What did you end up fielding? Like a bunch of TIE fighters and one interceptor?
Yeah, I had like Sunterfell and a bunch of, and what was it, Howlrunner, and then a bunch of Academy pilots. It was pretty crazy. Not something I'm used to.
That's too many ships, man.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I didn't play in the tournament because I ran the tournament for the store. But I can guarantee you that both these guys could have beaten me pretty soundly at the game.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know I'm not the best player in the videos, but to be fair, I kind of don't use a whole lot of tactics when we're filming. It's an interesting setup we've got here for Ryan. He's got his Defender and his Academy Pilot up there right next to each other. The fan down here all by itself.
Yeah, one important thing we should note is that all of the Rebel players' pilots were 8. They're all pilot skill 8. So they were all, with the exception of his Defender, they were all higher. So I think he can take advantage of that.
Yeah, probably. Like I said, much better players than you or myself.
Definitely.
So it'd be interesting to see what they come up with. I'd like to see Corran Horn, make up for our game.
Definitely. I looked over at this game. I wasn't like specifically watching it. I saw the outcome of it, so I won't spoil it for you.
I know the outcome because I had to hand out the prizes at the end, so I do know the outcome of the game.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not going to spoil it. I had other things to take care of that day. We were also running a Flames of War tournament that I was managing as well. So, there's just a bunch of stuff going on in the store that day. Had several spectators stuck around for the end of the game, though. Or the end of the tournament, I should say. Alright. Looks like we're getting some movement dials ready for the first turn here.
Looks like Zach kind of bunched up here.
Yeah, he did. I mean, we'll see what happens. With the exception of the Z95, he pretty much has the maneuverability he needs to maneuver around.
Yeah. Me, I have no idea how to deploy in this game. I just put ships out.
Yeah,
One interesting thing a guy did, because I was running a swarm, you got to do something about that. One thing that was kind of interesting was he deployed one ship behind another. That's something I haven't seen very often.
Well, I mean, we almost saw it here. The defender was behind and to the side of the Academy pilot.
Yeah. It looks like he's cloaking with the Phantom.
Well, why not? I mean, nothing else to do in the first turn.
True.
And he's running that defender right up behind that TIE fighter there.
He's going for the flank.
Anyone else find it funny that the Rebel player is wearing an Imperial symbol on his shirt? Alright, Zach apparently pondering what his action is going to be.
Corn Horn and an E-Wing.
Yeah. Still bitter about that. I looked away. What did he end up doing? Focusing?
Yeah. Alright, looks like no shooting.
Well,
in the first turn.
Usually don't see shooting the first turn. Maybe if
Maybe if they're
A-Wing and an interceptor freaking go at it.
Yeah, if they're a little aggressive. No, not these guys.
And I mean, they deployed more or less against the edge, too. They didn't even take full advantage of their deployment zone.
All right. The Imperial player's ready to go.
Yeah,
Zach?
I've noticed. I've played against Zach in the past, and he usually takes more time than most players to decide his movement. But to be fair, he pretty regularly beats me at this game. So maybe we can learn a thing or two about that.
Patience is a virtue.
Nah.
Forward. He's shooting forward with the Phantom. It's going right at him. Cleverly, still cloaked. Looks like he's waiting for his action this turn too.
He really wants to make sure it doesn't take any damage.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
And I mean, it doesn't have the most hull, but it still does have shields.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, it doesn't have a lot of dodge normally.
No.
But with that cloaking device, it's going to be hard to hit.
Definitely.
And they're pretty close here now. So let's see.
See what Cornhorn's going to do.
He's
here.
going right at him.
Cornhorn is going after the two biggest targets.
Cornhorn is charging out there like Leroy Jenkins.
Hope it goes well for him. I want to see him do something.
Yeah, he's charging out there shouting, "Come at me, bro." But I mean, that's risky. The Defender and the TIE Fighter both concentrating fire on him.
Looks like they're at range 3 though still, so.
Yeah, but I mean, that'll probably be a saving grace. Because, I mean, Cornhorn, the E-Wing in general, it's got decent stats. But there's still only so much you can do when the enemy's just rolling that many red dice. Oh, and he's boosting even closer towards them.
Uh-oh. He's going in for a closer shot. Or to have a closer look.
One forward?
Wes isn't very aggressive this turn. At all. What's the Z95 going to do?
Oh, you gonna pause in the action or answer a rules question or something?
Target locking. I think he did that more because he wasn't sure what the Phantom was going to do, though.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if the Phantom decloaks this turn, it's gonna shoot past him.
Mm-hmm. I think he wanted to keep it in his sights.
Or no, I guess it won't necessarily shoot past him if he barrel rolls with the 2, but that's gonna put him either shooting past the E-wing or running into an asteroid more than likely. If he does that.
Yeah, because as we discovered, you do that either 2 forward or 2 barrel roll, and then you do your move.
You know, we should watch our games this way more often. It's actually easier to see the board than looking at it from on the side, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Finally got some dice rolling.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh.
That's 2 focus. Yeah, that's 2 focus. Ooh, he got hit with an ion cannon. Because, as you'll remember, the TIE Defender took an ion cannon. What's Cornhorn gonna do? I wonder if he's gonna use his ability this turn.
Which one was that?
Cornhorn can shoot during the regular phase, and then at the end of the turn.
Right. But he can't shoot the following turn if he shoots at the end.
My idea with that is be aggressive, go at it.
Shoot twice.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That Phantom is looking at an X-Wing and a Z95.
I mean, I'm not convinced on the Z95 yet. We'll put it that way. So, you can't see it at home, folks, but I'm shrugging my shoulders at what I think the Z95 is capable of.
That's fair enough. Cheap missile platform. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure, you could throw a bunch out there, but I don't know if ultimately it'll be good.
I mean, one of the players, who was at the tournament, he's of the opinion. He mentioned to me that he believes that all the ships in this wave are finesse ships. He referred to them, which I don't think is necessarily the case. I mean, the Z95 obviously is. The Phantom obviously is. You know, those are going to take some real finicky work to get to work in your favor, because the Z95, it's not maneuverable enough. It doesn't have the high enough stat line to just be able to do whatever it wants.
Yeah.
You have to really think about what you want to do with it. So, you know, we'll see what people come up with for it in the future. But by the same token, the E-Wing, I think, is pretty straightforward. It's got a decent firepower ability, decent maneuverability. You know, I think it's a pretty well-rounded ship, much like the X-Wing, but just with a little bit better stats.
Yeah, I'm not sure on it yet. I like it. I definitely like it.
Right. But the Defender, I mean, I don't see how there's any finesse with it.
No, pretty straightforward.
It's a tank.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's that guy in D&D with the ridiculous armor and the huge two-handed sword that just charges at the goblins. It just goes forward and kills.
Yeah.
Granted, you're paying out the nose for that. How many points is it for the pilot skill 1? 31 points?
Something like that. Almost 30 points.
Yeah, right around 30 points. Alright.
As you saw, they were shooting a little bit at the Phantom. Doesn't look like anything happened.
Well, not with all those dodge dice involved.
Alright, now looks like they're doing moves again. This is where it'll get interesting. Well, it looks like he used Opportunist.
Ah. Interesting. Alright, now we're on to movement.
And Cornhorn doesn't get to move because he got ioned.
Right.
Well, he'll
Oh.
do his one forward.
Looks like Brian's actually taking his time deciding this round. Oh, someone bumped the camera. I'm going to blame Nolan, our cameraman and director, for that. I mean, clearly it's his job to guard the camera.
Clearly.
And also being the show's editor, he could also just remove what I just said, and no one would be any the wiser.
We try to have fun here at Readiness Report. Just a little. Just
Yeah.
a little.
It's weird. Zach actually managed to get his movement dials down before Ryan did. I think Ryan's a little worried now. What do you think?
I don't know. You know, like, if it were me, I'd just shoot past him. Rebels are good at slow
You know,
speed.
honestly-
TIE fighters, not so much.
At this point, were I Ryan, and I'm not, but if I were, I would probably take advantage of that white Kyogre turn on the defender, come up behind Corran Horn, and turn the Academy pilot into the side of the X-Wing of the Z95. The Phantom I probably wouldn't be fielding in the first place, so I couldn't tell you what I would do with that.
Yeah, it's very. I think we'll see a lot of players that want to field this.
Yeah, and I think you'll start seeing it a lot at tournament play. But I'm just, I'm not good enough at the game to be confident with it. So I probably just wouldn't use it.
Yeah, you saw that article on Fantasy Flight's website, all the different places the ship can end up.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
It's kind of hard to play against if you know what you're doing. Trying to decide on actions here. Looks like he's moving the TIE fighter in. Possibly for Corran Horn to hit.
No, I get the feeling Corran Horn's gonna shoot right past it. There's no way.
Well, he's doing the one forward.
Oh, that's right. He's ionized. He's gonna run into it though.
Uh-oh. Ooh. Looks
Did
like
he-
we're
did
using
he
the Phantom. Yeah, it looks like we're
Decloak
decloaking
him?
to use the Phantom. Going over to shoot at Corran Horn. Oh, nope.
Setting up in a position to hit the X-Wing from the side, it looks like.
Ah,
What is Z95?
interesting.
We'll see how it works out. And then he did an additional barrel roll?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, now it's just a cluttered mess. It's just going to be difficult to actually physically move the defender. Oh, he's turning in, huh? Just disregarding Corran Horn entirely right now. I'm not so sure if that's a smart move.
No, probably not.
I mean, I think you try to take advantage of knowing exactly where he's going to end up and setting yourself up to take a shot at him.
Yeah.
At least that's what I would have done.
Yeah, especially being
But
probably
but then again, I'm not in the final game of a tournament now, am I?
true. I mean, Corran Horn is probably a premium amount of points.
Yep, I told you he was going to run into him.
Well,
So
Corran Horn doesn't have a shot this turn.
doesn't have a shot, looks like. And let's see what the X-Wing here is going to do. And Zach struggles to find his movement templates. Ooh,
Oh.
right into the
Ooh.
Phantom. Well, it does one thing for him. It protects the X-Wing from 4 attack dice.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what the Z95 does. Right behind him.
Oh,
However, the Z95 is not protected from those attack dice.
no, he's going to get
And
hurt a little bit.
neither X-Wing nor Z95 were able to produce an action this turn. But it looks like also the Academy pilot has no shot either. So at least there's that going for him. So in case you're wondering at home, folks, Zach actually has his X-Wing on a magnet on top of that stand and a ball bearing, so he can actually change the pitch of it and everything. The stand isn't actually broken.
No,
It's pointing up.
it's supposed to be dynamic pose. Interesting idea.
It works well when someone doesn't bump the ship or something.
Yeah. was another guy with that, and there was a couple of guys with some repaints too.
Yeah, I think John actually, or not John, Zach here actually. I mean, John did, I think, have some of the dynamic ships as well,
Mm-hmm.
but Zach here has some of those repainted ships.
Yeah.
I saw one guy with a repainted Slave 1 that looked really cool.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of more of a tan color. Alright,
Was
so...
was that Ryan? I do believe that was Ryan.
Might have been Ryan. So we've got some dice about to be rolled here, though. Ooh.
One
One
hit. One evade.
Shooting at the
Z95
Academy
is taking a shot.
Or, no, going after
What?
the defender?
Curious what he's going to do this next turn with the TIE Defender, seeing as it's pointed right at an astronaut. Or at an
Astronaut?
asteroid. You know who I mean.
Alright, doing a crit. 2 damage.
Ooh.
That's gonna hurt. I mean, obviously it's damage. But, that's
Yeah.
gonna hurt him.
Yeah, so the Defender has 1 whole point left. That was quick. And that was without actions.
Yeah. Wow.
Ooh. That's going to be hard to come back from. Oh, nice. 3 evades.
Yep.
I think I looked over at that roll as it was happening. I was like, nice.
Well played. Yeah, you know, I mean, it was looking bad here for Zach this turn just because his ships ran all into each other and ran into the enemy. But, you know, if the dice are in it, the dice are in it, man. No amount of tactics can save you from bad dice. But by that same token, you know, obviously good dice.
With
can
good
make
tactics.
Well, good dice with bad tactics even can save the day.
Ooh. 1 hit.
Zach's making sure those green dice are mixed up real well. Oh!
Blanks.
Loses 1 shield.
Isn't that
He'll
the
manage.
worst? Isn't that the worst?
Just
Rolling blanks.
All blanks. I think that's the Star Wars equivalent of a natural 1, as it's referred to.
2 stress tokens. Oof.
Yeah, I mean, so no actions this turn,
Or next.
or next turn, or the one after that.
And it looks like he put the cloak token back on. Oh, that's right. He has an upgrade. What was that upgrade called? The advanced cloaking device. That's right. That
Right.
allows you to cloak after you attack. Forgot about that.
Interesting.
As we ready ships here for the next turn.
This is going into turn 3 now?
I do believe so.
Or 4?
I think it's 3.
I lose track.
So easy too when you're having fun.
I'm sure people in the comments section will let us know which turn it was that we lost track on.
It's gonna get crowded here in a little bit.
I mean, it's already crowded. Literally all but 1 ship is base to base with another ship. I'd call that pretty crowded.
I mean, just everything. It's turning into a mosh pit pretty quick here.
Ryan double checking his movement dial. Pulling it out.
So the Z95 is not performing actions.
You
Kind of
think?
safe to say, right?
You think?
TIE Fighter screeches past Cornhorn.
Wraps right around him. Barely misses him, huh?
What's Ryan gonna do? What's he do? He's barrel rolling.
Barrel rolling. And then decloaking.
I guess so. Interesting
Using
idea.
his 2 boost forward.
Ooh. Doesn't look good for the Phantom here. No. It's kind of facing the wrong way.
Yeah, but you know what? Next turn it'll be able to turn and face Cornhorn, I'm sure. Unless he pulls a hard left here, which I don't think would be a very sound maneuver.
And the defender's just continuing to go at it.
Like I said, you know, there's not a whole lot of tactics necessary with the defender.
Nope.
You know, one of the benefits of all those points that it costs, you're kind of paying for the convenience factor of not really having to think with it either.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Brath here is barrel rolling. Looks like he's trying to get a better position to shoot at those 2 fighters in front of him.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to be able to, though.
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to be able to shoot at him, he'd have been better off leaving it there or barrel rolling to the right. And it looks like Cornhorn goes another turn without shooting anything.
But Wes is back in the action. Ooh.
And I can't tell from here if the Academy pilot has a shot at West there.
I don't think it does.
It's gonna be close.
But that's a range 1 shot, it looks like, on the defender. And that only has the 1 hull point left.
Yeah, that's true. Right now would have been a great time to have had outmaneuver on Wes Jansen, huh? Z95 is going up there to bop that Academy pilot right in the nose, it looks like.
Yeah. Well, see, Wes would have shot first. I think that's what part of Ryan's thinking was. Wes will shoot first before the TIE defender, and after he shoots, he can strip a token off of you.
Yeah,
So I think that's why he did the barrel roll.
think so.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to have paid off, though.
Yeah.
Oof. Here comes the pain.
Alright.
Looks like 2 hits and 2 crits.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Ooh. That doesn't look good. Yeah.
Doesn't even bother flipping over any of those damage cards, just takes it right off.
Yeah. Sometimes I like to look and see if I could have survived. But
Absolutely not.
sometimes it's too painful.
I'd rather not know. You're the kind of guy who flips over the next 2 cards when they get done with a card game, huh?
No.
No?
No.
This is my same theory there. I'd just rather not know. I'd rather not know what could have been.
Instead of what was.
So with that defender gone, and looks like all the damage that's really been done is a few shield tokens in total
Yeah, here and there.
to Zach. With that defender gone, I don't see a lot of hope here for Ryan.
Can he make up for it? I mean, that Phantom looks like it hasn't been hit yet. And as you saw in the previous video, that thing, you can be pretty aggressive with it.
That's true. But that Phantom, you know, even with its maneuverability, its barrel rolls, its decloaking boost that it can do and stuff, it's going to be difficult to not give a prime shot from Wes Jansen at the Phantom.
True, but he still has that advanced cloaking device.
That's true. That's true. But that's how does that read? Does it after he makes an attack or at the end of the attack phase?
At the end of his attack.
So if he doesn't get a shot, doesn't get to use it.
Right.
All right, looks like the Academy pilot yet again probably won't get a shot unless Wes Jansen does something really weird here. I don't see how an X-wing could possibly get into the firing arc of that TIE fighter though. It's
Looks
not
like
it's not decloaking.
Yeah,
Huh?
Ryan's not decloaking. It's going to be pretty close here against a lot of firepower pretty quick. As Corn Horn swoops back into the fight.
Yeah, we'll see what the dice have to say about the situation. I would give the advantage to the Phantom ultimately though because it is still cloaked, but by that same token, being cloaked means that Zach can fire at it without having to worry about any counterattack from it this turn.
That's true. Corn Horn boosts his way closer.
Right, probably to get him into range 2. Yeah.
Ooh, that looked like range 1.
We'll see.
I don't know if Wes can get in there or...
Oh yeah, Wes can get in there.
Ah, yeah, he can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh.
It's close, but he got in there.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see what Kraken can manage here.
As you stated earlier, Z95 is not that maneuverable.
It's really not.
So
But you know-
I don't see it getting a swing in this turn.
We'll see. Ah,
Oh, maybe.
he'll get a shot off.
Okay. Ah, I see what he did there. So he's been using Wingman
Mm-hmm.
to take off some of those stress tokens.
Yep. Smart move on his part.
Yeah.
It's worked out well. And now he's got a shot. Don't think he has a shot at the Phantom this turn with the Z95, but he'll definitely be able to shoot at the Academy pilot.
Yeah. Yeah, take it where you can get it, right?
I mean, this whole shooting phase is all in Zach's favor. Ooh, oh, it's used to focus, huh?
2 hits on the Phantom.
Nothing. Loses 2 shields.
And loses all of his shields in the first go.
No, I think there's
And takes a hit.
I think there's a third attack die that fell off, at the bottom of the camera there.
Ah. Things aren't looking good for the Phantom here.
Taking advantage of
Opportunist here,
opportunist here.
definitely.
Ooh.
It's gonna finish him
Ooh.
off. Ooh.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that
it looks
was-
like he finished
that
him
hurt.
off.
Yeah. Phantom's gone. I'm calling this here, man. I just really think that there's no way Ryan can pull this out.
Yeah,
I mean,
just watching
an
this.
E-wing and an X-wing. I mean, either one of which is more than a match for the TIE fighter.
Definitely.
And then the Z95 on top of that, as little firepower as it might provide. Hey, get something.
Looks like a crit.
Let's see if the TIE fighter can dodge it, though. Just going to use the dodge token.
Yeah, it looks like
I mean, might as well. Nothing else is shooting at it this turn, so. Alright. Back to movement.
Looks like we're getting close here, folks.
And Ryan's a good player. I mean, clearly he got in to the top tournament. And I would like to point out, folks, that unfortunately the first place player from our tournament had to go home before he could play this match. Zach actually came in third in the Swiss rounds in this tournament. Ryan came in second. So Ryan actually, at this point in the tournament, had scored higher than Zach already.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly a really good player, but I don't care how good you are. I really don't see anyone being able to pull this off.
No. From just watching this, not having seen the game, it looks like Ryan was having a little bit of difficulty gauging where his ships would be.
Maybe.
Because there was a couple of times when the Phantom was completely out of position.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but to be fair, in our game, the Phantom was completely out of position quite a bit of our game as well.
Sure.
All right. Oh, yeah, it's over.
Zach's getting some pretty good mileage out of Corn Horn here.
Good. I'm glad.
Still not in an X-Wing.
Still not in an X-Wing, that's true. But I'd rather have Corn Horn blown up TIE fighters in the wrong ship than no ship.
Even more than Jack Porkins.
Well, let's not get carried away now.
I think Wes is outside of, or it looks like the Academy pilot's outside of Wes's firing arc.
Z95 shooting at him? Oh, really? Is he going to get out of this turn?
Looks like it.
Apparently. Huh.
Curiously, though, it looked like Zach rolled 3 dice for the... Is it 3 attack dice? I thought it was 2 for the Z95.
I mean, doesn't matter what it is, because...
Didn't help.
Didn't
No.
do anything, but... Alright, let's see now. Back to movement. Ryan should be done here pretty quick. TIE
Put it that way.
now. TIE Fighter has a hat now.
I saw that a couple of times. Made me giggle a little bit. Looks like a sombrero from this angle.
Alright. So we got the Academy pilot just threading the needle right between the E-Wing and the X-Wing. Now he's behind. Managed to, what I believe the technical term is, outmaneuver Corran Horn and Wes Jansen.
Is that copyright?
No, just because it's a card in a game.
Ah. Oh, and folks, Niall pointed out to me the reason why Kraken was firing 3 dice was because of Opportunist.
Yeah.
That's a pretty effective way of giving the Z95 a little more firepower.
Yeah, it's something I hadn't considered when we played. But Opportunist isn't... It's not really my play style. I prefer to go much more direct with my upgrades and stuff and have missiles and torpedoes.
Yeah.
As my extra points. Well, it looks like Zach got completely outmaneuvered this turn. However, I think it's too little too late.
Yeah. Looks like Zach just wanted to have a rebel party in the center of the board here. Was that Cantina music in the background here?
No. No, I don't actually. So, that turn, completely ineffectual.
A little. So, I don't know what I'd do here. A single Academy pilot versus that Z95. I mean, the odds are in the favor of the TIE Fighter. But you could get lucky. Because I don't think Corran Horn... I mean, he could probably do something to get in there.
Oh, not going to get an action this turn, it looks like.
Oh.
That's going to hurt. What's Cornhorn gonna do?
Cornhorn, he's probably gonna do a K turn.
Yep. What about the Z95? What's Aaron Kraken gonna pull here? Another K turn. I mean, I'd like to say I think it's over, but I said that last turn, or 2 turns ago, and you know, here we still are.
Looks like Wes is pulling out of that fur ball.
Probably gonna sit up for a future attack if he needs to. It's gonna be at range 3.
So Academy pilot.
Doing okay for himself.
Yeah, surviving a lot longer than the more expensive ships.
Yeah, maybe he'll get a medal after this. Posthumously, of course.
Obviously. I don't think he's getting away
Like I
from
said,
Cornhorn.
I've seen some pretty ridiculous stuff in this game. There's no way an Academy pilot's going to win against Cornhorn and Wes Jansen.
Well, looks like he took hit and a crit. Not looking good here.
Well, I mean, I think it's looking pretty good. I always root for the Rebels.
Well, I'm naturally a Rebel player too.
Yeah. You know, it also helps that my brother normally plays Empire, so I have to root against them.
Yeah. Well, you know, the Empire are the antagonists.
No, they're the bad guys.
Oh, they're the bad guys. We're using the B word.
Yeah, they're bad guys. They blew up a planet, Jacob. They're bad guys.
Ooh, they did. Can't argue against that.
I'm not gonna sit here and be politically correct and use the word antagonist. They're bad guys. Alright, what's the Academy pilot gonna pull? I'm assuming a K turn.
Yep. I kind of predicted that. As you correctly did too.
Yeah.
I'd probably, if I knew that was coming, I'd probably turn the Z95 into that TIE fighter.
He's going forward and barrel rolling out, because probably figures better safe than sorry getting out of that firing arc there.
Yeah. Probably setting up for something later. Narrowly avoids that asteroid. Good flying, Wes.
Alright, let's see what the Z95 manages here. So the only ship getting a shot at the Academy pilot this turn is the Z95. I'm going to laugh if that's what kills it.
Maybe, maybe not. 3 dice. It's like one
Only
hit.
one hit.
And it looks like he evades it. Now the TIE fighter's turn.
It's an alright roll.
Ooh, blanks. The Academy pilot comes back.
As the only ship to do any damage in this game for
Any
Ryan.
significant damage.
Yeah, well, I mean, any kills, I should say. Let's see if the Academy pilot makes it back to the hangar to mark that kill count on his wing. Alright, not entirely sure what just happened, folks, but we're back. I hope you forgive us for that.
Back in black? No, probably not.
Well, we're wearing black socks.
True.
Alright, so Academy pilot trying to do what he can.
Yeah. Folks, you probably won't hear this, but after you made that movie, Ryan had the fortune of saying, TIE pilot's going to try to stay alive here. Let's see how well he does.
Alright, looks like Is Wes gonna get a shot off this turn?
Ooh, it's gonna be close. Oh,
Nope.
doesn't look
Nope.
like it.
Oh well.
Looks like the Rebels don't get a shot this turn.
Apparently Zach's angry about that as he pounded his fist on the table. Bumped the camera when he did that. You can hear people in the background singing the praise of this Academy pilot.
Well, he's doing pretty good for himself.
I mean, he's been alive for much longer than he really should have.
Yeah, none of my Academy pilots live this long.
At least not by themselves.
No. No, you know what? I think I lost every single Academy pilot that I took.
Every game?
Yep. Not that I threw their lives away.
Academy pilots. So this is like taking someone who isn't even through Top Gun and letting them do dogfights, right?
Yeah, this kid's still in school.
Well, now it's kind of morbid when you talk about it that way. So I just left that movement template out there. Oh, he's gonna get a shot this turn for sure.
And with the stress token, he's not getting any actions on the Academy pilot.
And not getting any actions with Cornhorn either.
Cornhorn just... I don't know if it's the maneuver dial, but yeah.
Oh.
He's not getting that many shots off. He's gotten like 3 off.
Use that reroll on those dice. And, yep. Looks like it's over.
Oh.
And the Rebel player wins. Like I told you, like I said earlier, as soon as it came down to just that Academy pilot by himself, I said, I'm calling it here. And
Yeah, kind of hard to come back from that.
yeah. But the tournament was a lot of fun. I mean, it was even fun for me to watch. I didn't get to play in it because I was running it. But, I had fun. I think the players had fun. I hope all of you at home watching this got to play in an Indar Alpha tournament. If you took home a ship,
Congrats.
great. Jacob and myself, we were ineligible for him.
Yes.
So I was running, and Jake was just there to play if there was an odd number of people. But, so it was a lot of fun, and I gotta say, I'm glad the Rebel players finally redeemed themselves.
Definitely.
Yeah. Alright, and hope to see you checking out our next video. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click subscribe below, like this video, check out the other videos on our channel.
Also, like us on Facebook and Google+.
Yep, follow us on Twitter at Shop of Magic. And,
Hope to see you around.
yeah, play more games.
Play more games.